Thank you for choosing to watch the Watchman News Headlines video. Our full episodes can now be seen over at Patreon with much more added content for just $2 a month. Link is in the description. If you cannot afford $2 a month, please consider using our Amazon affiliate link, purchasing from our Teespring store, or making a PayPal donation. All links are below. In order for us to grow, we have to make changes to enable it. Our time is valuable, and we have been one of the very few news sources actually dedicated to bringing you honest, hard-hitting, actionable news and information. Plus, for your $2 a month, you do not have to hear me blabber about these links. It's a win for us all.
Bullshit.
Thank you. Good evening, Watchmen and Watchwomen of YouTube. So, had a long conversation tonight about different things that are going on in the news. And then we ended up talking about prepping there at the end on Patreon. Talked about what we had just gotten today along the lines of food and stuff like that. And I once again urged everyone, as I will urge you, to do what you can. You know, I think time is getting pretty short. And if you're anything like us, and I would imagine you are, you probably don't have just tons and tons of money underneath your mattress. So do what you can. No matter how big, no matter how little, you know, go and stack that food. I was showing how we got some cans of Chef Boyardee, and we got some packaged soups and stuff like that. You know, just get whatever extra you can as you can, because you never know how much is going to be just enough to get you by. So don't just give up. Don't freak out. Go do what you can, because it just might be enough, right? Make sure you can feed yourself and your loved ones. That's a biggie. Make sure you've got clean water. Make sure you've got light. There's not enough people that harp about light. Make sure you've got enough light, because without light, a whole lot of the other stuff don't make a whole big difference, I'm telling you. Make sure you've got enough light. I always recommend buying cotton wick. You can get big bulk things of cotton wick on Amazon even. Hang on. I'll show you. I don't mind spending the time doing this. And you can buy big rolls of it, right? Here's, that's cut pieces. I don't necessarily recommend that. But like right here, it's 200-foot spool, right? Number 24, 200-foot spool for $12.45. Okay, right on Amazon. Delivered to your door, $12.45 if you've got Prime. You know, or you can get bigger stuff too, right? You can get the big quarter-inch type stuff. That's $9 for 50 feet. Okay, and I'm definitely not opposed to having both of that. You know, here's 80 feet, and I believe this is going to be the quarter-inch stuff as well. So, yeah, just go to Amazon, get yourself some big rolls of wick. Here's your this is 3/4-inch wick for like your oil lanterns. Okay, even if you don't have an oil lantern, doesn't mean that would not be useful. Okay, so again, you know, that's $7. I think I've gone there. Yeah, I've gone there before. It's 12 foot. There's 2 6-foot rolls, and there's actually deals on Amazon where you get more than that. Here's 3 rolls, and you can get it in half, 3/4-inch, 7/8, 6.5 foot a roll. You get 3 of them for $8.99, and that $8.99 might be the half-inch, but nonetheless, you know. The deals are out there. You can even pick yourself up some panties while you're there getting your cotton wick. You can get some panties. They're right there on the page. You know, but yeah, go out there and make sure that you've got light. And the reason why I really harp on cotton wick is because you can use a multitude of things in order to provide yourself with some light from cotton wick, okay? If you can use anything. If you happen to have any type of oils, whether they're vegetable oils, whether, you know, for cooking or whatever, canola oil, it doesn't matter. Even if you have to use used motor oil out of a car, you can still provide some level of light using that cotton wick. And as far as, something to hold the wick, you could use a soda can. Again, a multitude of things you could use in order to be able to take wick and make yourself a candle, an oil candle, essentially. So, yeah, there's no reason why not to have cotton wick. We've got some rolls of it. I really kind of need to get some more of it. I'd like to get some of this 1/4-inch stuff, to be honest. And it surely wouldn't hurt to get some more regular size wick too. But like, here's 130 foot of it's probably the 1/4-inch for $11.99, right? That'll last you a long time. So I don't know if they say the diameter of it, but yeah, you could use it for potted plants or whatever, or you could use it for a candle. So, but yeah, that's the way to go. That diameter 6 millimeter on that particular stuff. But again, they sell that for like plants and whatnot. But you could use it for that. You could most certainly use it for an oil lamp. So, anyway, you're here for some headlines. Let me get there on some headlines. Starting out with one from last night. Fringe social media platform Gab is hacked. So Parler was hacked before, and a bunch of information about conservatives was let out in that hack. And once again, it happened with Gab. And I, from my understanding, I think even more data was released from the Gab hack than what was released with the Parler hack. So I've been saying, watch these websites. U.S. drone firm Skydio, this was last night too, I'm sorry. U.S. drone firm Skydio valued at $1 billion as government freezes out Chinese competition. I mean DJI. New York Governor Cuomo faces third sexual harassment accuser after state attorney general announces probe into prior allegations. Let's see. Iranian missiles rained down on U.S. base. We're on this morning's news, sorry. Iranian missiles rained down on U.S. base in Iraq following Soleimani assassination in newly declassified video. Russia could ditch dollar by lifting tax on gold purchases, says an economist. Khashoggi murder, Saudi crown prince cleared of all wrongdoing. It's time to move on, the kingdom envoy tells RT. Well, of course, that's what their viewpoint's going to be. Embattled Armenian PM Pashinyan was misinformed about Russian rockets not working, Yerevan admits after phone call with Putin. All kidnapped Nigerian schoolgirls released by gunmen in Zamfara state. I'm very, very glad to hear about that. With COVID-19 case numbers tumbling and millions vaccinated, Russian Deputy PM Galikova predicts herd immunity by the end of summer. Dr. Anthony Fauci publicly opposes delaying second doses of COVID vaccines to inoculate more people. Oil slides towards $60 a barrel ahead of OPEC Plus meeting to boost global supply. Austria shuns EU, agrees to produce second-generation COVID-19 vaccine with Denmark and Israel. Russian MP moves to ban poaching of killer whales and dolphins in bid to shut vibrant but controversial marine mammal park industry. UK neo-Nazi group to become the first far-right body to be outlawed in Australia amid calls from Home Affairs Minister. Bitcoin surges towards 50,000 amid China's latest crypto crackdown. A staycation in Siberia, Russians told to holiday at home this year as country prepares for borders to remain closed. Tsunami of inflation is coming and silver will definitely catch investor attention, says Kaiser report. Apparently they didn't hear my report last night. No jab, no Hajj. Saudi says all Muslims will need to have COVID vaccine before they can perform annual pilgrimage to Mecca. A Press Freedom Group files criminal complaint against MBS and Saudi officials for Khashoggi murder and persecution of journalists. New York Times newsroom is more like North Korea every day. Ex-reporter who dropped N-bomb implies scandal linked to his union work. Despite American tech giants continuing to censor Russians, blocking Facebook and Twitter, not our way, says leading Moscow senator. Tone deaf Brits blast Bolo after Bojo. Why did I say Bolo? Because it looks like an L from this far away. Brits blast Bojo after reports he's forming charity to pay for fiance's number 10 makeover, including gold wallpaper. Come to Xinjiang, but not for investigation based on guilty before proven, China tells UN High Commissioner. Brussels says EU-wide COVID-19 vaccine strategy not unraveling despite nations turning away from joint program. 7 years after Maidan divided country, Ukraine intensifies shelling of Donbass to sound a deafening silence from Western media. Thought I heard something. Moscow must continue necessary policy of de-dollarization to end dependence on U.S. currency, says Russian Senate Chief Matvinenko. And I'm sure I said his name wrong. Despite deteriorating relationship between Moscow and Brussels, new survey reveals over half of Russians see EU in positive light. Most people in most countries don't have a problem with the people in other countries. It's the governments. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Earlier, I told Patreon, I played a song from Puddles, the big ass clown that with the amazing voice, and yeah, I cranked it up a little bit. It was a mashup of Celine Dion and Metallica. It was really, really good. And once it got over with, man, I'll tell you what, Blue was pissed off. I mean, that was some of the most pissed off I think I ever seen her get. She was over there by the door scruffing like crazy, and yeah, she scruffed for probably a good 2-3 minutes. I mean, it was ridiculous. She was pissed. She must have been sleeping when I played the song. A quarter of all people in England have some form of COVID antibody protection, Statistics Snapshot says. Influential Russian MP reveals Moscow could quit Council of Europe if body takes action against Moscow over Navalny ECHR decision. Too many Z's. Dr. Seuss canceled six of author's beloved books to cease publication over hurtful and wrong racist imagery. There'll be more on that in a moment. Erdogan outlines legal reforms, vows to improve freedom of expression in Turkey ahead of EU membership push. EU announces new package of sanctions against 4 Russian officials over jailing of Navalny as Moscow pledges to respond in kind. This is why Americans don't trust media. CNN's Cuomo ripped for claiming he obviously can't cover his brother's scandals. Amazon revises new app logo after users liken it to Adolf Hitler's smirk. World has never seen this much wealth created in just 1 year. China tops U.S. as home to most dollar billionaires. Yep, that's right. Making America great again. Hey, Biden hadn't been in office that long. Skiers, parties, and nightlife blamed for Serbia's soaring COVID rate as health expert calls for immediate lockdown. A system of abuse, at least 10,000 children sexually molested at the hands of French Catholic Church since the 1950s, says a report. And the people will do nothing. I mean, how many countries has reports like this came out from now, right? The United States, I believe Germany was another one. We got France. Wasn't Italy another one? I mean, just report after report about all of this abuse within the Catholic Church, and nobody does a damn thing. Not even the government. Not even the government, right? They want to pick people up for not wearing a mask or for jaywalking or for going 10 mile an hour over the speed limit, right? They want to throw the books at people for that, fine them out the ass. But, oh, you can go abuse the children, and we'll just let the church move you from one location to another location and never do anything about it. And did I lie? That is exactly what goes on. Healthcare workers subjected to more than 400 attacks while trying to tackle COVID-19 says a report. France backs AstraZeneca COVID jab for older recipients, but only 24% of available doses have been administered. Hunt for unidentified person infected with Brazilian COVID-19 strain narrowed to 379 households, says Hancock. U.S. hits Russian officials and organizations with new blacklist sanctions over Navalny jailing and alleged chemical weapons claims. Jeez, I'm telling you, I really need to get that Nerf gun. I really, truly need to get that. I'm telling you, really. Hang on here. We really need this. That would make our life. I mean, it's $9, and it can't possibly be that powerful, right? But it would definitely get a dog's attention from slurping. The problem is you think she gets pissed off for me playing music a little bit loud. Yeah, I would hate. Oh, she got bad pissed off because I cut my hair. I mean, it's ridiculous around here. She owns the place. Anyway, let's see. British holiday camp firm blacklisted Irish families based on their names, a UK rights body rules. School issues apology for out-of-context flyer promoting only white performers at Black History Month event. Piers Morgan, I'll get his name right, calls for joggers on high streets to be banned as he hosts a panel on masking up exercisers. U.S. sanctions leaders of Yemen's Houthi rebels for prolonged civil war and exasperating humanitarian crisis. Brazil COVID-19 variant may reinfect up to 61% of those who recover from the virus, says a study. No fake Trump supporters or Antifa behind Capitol riot. FBI director testifies and adds agency must grow amid domestic terror threat. And I said from the beginning what they were going to do. And this is just the pretext for it. Just wait and see what they do. Roads blocked at fiery protest in Lebanon as currency crashes to record low against the U.S. dollar. Well, don't worry, it won't be long, and the U.S. dollar will be down with yours. Texas Texas governor lifts mask mandate and okays businesses to operate at 100% capacity. But as Billy Mays would say, but wait, there's more. YouTube removes video of Trump's CPAC speech from RT channels, yet it's okay with the same video posted to Western outlets. Hey, we all know how that goes. Italy shuts all schools in COVID-19 hotspots and toughens travel rules until after Easter amid spread of variants. It is time, Mississippi governor, to end mask mandate and lift all COVID-19 business restrictions following Texas's lead. Newsweek forced to admit Buffalo schools teaching kids to blame all white people is true and not half true, and big fact check fail. Americans more concerned with violent protests in U.S. cities than Capitol riot. More certain pro-Trump rioters get convicted, says a poll. New York Democrats reach informal agreement on limiting Governor Cuomo's emergency powers in wake of nursing home scandal, says reports. Mass murder and reckless Texas ending mask mandates triggers Democrat meltdown. Harry Potter video game will allow transgender characters, but unsated critics want reparations from the transphobic J.K. Rowling. And I'm at a loss for words here. I mean, really? What's this with this reparations crap? It really needs to stop. I need reparations. I need reparations from the reparations. That's what I need. I need reparations from the reparations. Biden accepts Neera Tanden's withdrawal after toxic OMB nominee fails to win support and promises her administration role anyway. Yeah, because, you're a scumbag. We're going to make sure you get in here anyway. I wished I never effing met him. Alex Jones trashes Donald Trump in leaked video. We watched that on Patreon. Let's see. Amazon sales for banned Dr. Seuss book soar over 5.7 million % after publisher halts printing over hurtful stereotypes. Racist babies. Researcher reveals Arizona equity toolkit that teaches white fragility and other woke propaganda. This stuff has to stop. It's gotta stop. And I'm not saying that because I'm white. I'm saying that because I'm a human being and I know what's going to happen if it doesn't stop. It's plain and simple, right? People are only going to put up with so much of it. Right? You can only treat somebody like an animal for so long before they say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be an animal. That's a fact. That is a fact. You're not supposed to say that out loud. Oh, I wasn't? No. You're not supposed to say that out loud. COVID-19 vaccines and return to normal might hurt Facebook's bottom line, the CFO admits. So, yeah. So, they're worried about their profits. The hell with you and your family being able to make a living. Got one more up here on RT. It's BBC apologizes after airing interview with imposter Senator Cory Booker in deliberate hoax. Whatever. There you go. There's the headlines. I am going to get out of here for this Tuesday. I hope everybody has a good evening. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. I got to get trash out too. And hope to see you then. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit. And shalom.